Gobble, gobble, good now, revolutionaries. It's time for the Rise Up Morning Show.
No.
Gobble, gobble, good morning.
No.
Wow.
I wasn't
ready for that.
Wasn't spiritually prepared for me to say Happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate, especially our friends who are turkeys. I did not have a turkey prepared for the soundboard, so I had to do that. Let us know how you're doing today, where you're tuning in from. This is your place for helpful crypto news, commentary, answers to your crypto questions, and the occasional poultry sound. We are lovers and haters of sweet potato pie. We are Evan, Alex, and Will, and you have questions, or maybe you're curious or skeptical about cryptocurrency. So with thanks to all of our excellent friends in the community, our sponsor partners like Polygon, the White Whale, Jito, Unlock Protocol, and Arculus, we are so grateful you trust us to help you learn. If you're learning about crypto, jump into a community of users, of friends, of people with more experience than you. Our solution for that is community.rumshq.com, and we would love to see you there. With that out of the way, guys, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, dude.
Man, I'm so jealous you get to be around your family in your family's home. Not that I don't, but you know, like the parents are far away, and I miss them.
Yeah, mine are just right around that door.
Right around that door.
And mom will be on her third day of cooking to finish everything. She is a superstar.
She's a beast. A third day of cooking. What do you start? What do you start on day one?
I don't know, but yesterday she finished all the pies. And I don't know what she did on the first day, but there was like some pumpkin bread when I walked in the house. There was peppermint dark chocolate bark when I came in the house. You know, there was a lot of desserts first. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff. You got a lot of dishes to make.
Yeah, and you'll have a lot of Tupperware to take home with you. That's for sure.
Yeah, buddy. And I saw the question come through, and yes, my mother will remake Thanksgiving dinner again for Christmas Eve. Actually, no, for Christmas, not Christmas Eve.
Oi.
We always did fish on Christmas.
Yeah.
Fish on Christmas.
Fish on Christmas. I mean, no.
That's a European thing.
A lot of people do that, but...
Oh.
Rugged.
Well, we lost you a little bit. There you go.
Now, from December 23rd to December 25th, we have every single meal is preset based on tradition. It's chicken parmesan and shepherd's pie on December 23rd. And then on December 24th, Christmas Eve, it is beef stew. And then on Christmas, we are actually, I totally forgot. We have Thanksgiving dinner on December 22nd, and then we eat turkey sandwiches throughout, and then continue to have the final bit of Thanksgiving dinner the night of Christmas and the day afterwards.
My favorite thing to do is we tend to do a turkey on Thanksgiving. Christmas tends to be different all the time. And usually every year we do it a little different. And the one thing that stays the same that I've been doing for years now is I love to make broth with the carcass. There's just something healing about a good bone broth.
Soup's good, dude. Soup's great.
Oh.
Any food in soup form, immediately better.
Now, not to alienate Alex, because he's our vegan friend, and I gotta know, what is your go-to like vegan savory holiday dish? I feel like we've talked about this before, but I can't recall.
We have made the same. Shout out to the Minimalist Baker, great website for recipes. We have used the same, like, I don't know, it's a loaf, but it's made out of sweet potatoes, mushrooms, almonds and pecans, and lentils, actually. And it's just this, like, savory block of nutritious goodness, and you drown it in ketchup, and then, of course, you have all the usual suspects: mac and cheese, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to seeing the Thanksgiving parade. I always enjoy watching that. And I was thinking this morning as I was looking for like Thanksgiving themed tweets and stuff that I could share, I was like, why couldn't Coinbase have sponsored the Thanksgiving parade? Like if they had to spend money on something, you could have a giant floating whatever hallmark of fun and capitalism, or you could have the military. And Brian Armstrong was like, no, man, I want my name on a tank. So, that was a choice.
I mean, one provided those options as a rich person, I would always choose tank.
Always choose tank. Fair enough. I really like this answer from Web3 Glossary here, talking about what they're going to eat for Thanksgiving, who said, ramen. The profits were underwhelming this year.
Actually, Exit Velo makes a great point. I was thinking for sure there'd be like a Pudgy Penguins float in the Macy's Day Parade. I was like, that actually, yeah. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. I feel like that's something that Pudgy Penguins would absolutely try to do.
How much do you think it costs to get into that parade?
I don't know, but I can ask.
Yeah. Let's take the over/under in the comments. Leave us a bet if you have a guess, and if you would like to see a particular crypto company sponsor a parade float. I just don't know what they would do. Like, is Michael Saylor going to put like that cute little Bitcoin guy on a little Bitcoin float? I would see that. That would be interesting. And then leave us your crypto questions in the comments. Do you have a number for us?
There's no publicly available formal price.
Really?
That means it's a lot.
Yeah.
And that means it's like brokered by who? You know what I mean?
Like
that's probably some guy
runs tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, there's no way it's only tens.
Yeah, it's definitely hundreds.
People are paying tens for a booth with a tablecloth at a crypto conference.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hundreds of thousands.
It's hundreds. I thought it was going to be more. I thought we were talking like low sevens to get in there.
I don't know. Maybe I have to go to Reddit.
Probably has
also,
to be
happy National Let's Watch the Cowboys Lose Day as well. That's always good for America.
Wow.
Dallas Cowboys NFL game.
I don't have a dog in that fight, but I feel like you've just alienated almost as many listeners as you did when you talked about sweet potato pie.
No, because people agree with me about sweet potato pie. Oh, this is early in the day, which means Europeans are listening. Europeans, when you see the American Thanksgiving traditional things, you're like, I'd love to try that. Just stay away from sweet potato pie and everything else will be great. If the first thing you try sweet potato pie, you're going to be like, wow, American food really is terrible. And I'm going to be like, no, American food is great. You're just eating the wrong things. You're listening to lies propagated by this hobo, scarecrow, and vegan.
By this European?
Tori, thank you. I don't care about football, but I do hate sweet potato pie. You're not European. You're from the Midwest.
Okay, whatever you say.
Just because you have citizenship somewhere else doesn't mean that the thick potato and cornness of your upbringing is not flowing through your veins.
Well, to be fair, I was born here, but I was also the first one.
The first one.
Yeah,
the first of his kind.
And that corn and wheat and
also,
barley of the Midwest flows strongly through you.
Also, I wasn't born in the Midwest. I was born in New England.
You were born... Oh, wait. I thought you were... Oh, no, I vaguely remember this now. Connecticut, was it?
Yes, New Hampshire.
Yeah, gross. Also, I hate that Connecticut's in New England. God, I hate that.
Shout out to Bearded, who also came in with the assist. The figure was 190,000. And Web3 Glossary, oh no, excuse me, Exit Velo, I got the profile pictures mixed up, said we should start Parade DAO to fund one for Rise Up next year.
Ooh, Joe says, Will, I hold porridge on the same level as sweet potato pie. I'm also just confused by porridge. Oatmeal, I get oatmeal. I like oatmeal. Porridge, I'm just like, this is just worse oatmeal.
Dude, porridge was one of those things as a kid. The way you hear about it in like stories and books.
Oh, it sounds so good.
I thought it was going to be amazing.
I thought it was going to be so good because it's just like, oh, porridge in every book is like this amazing, comforting, delicious. You put like honey on it and like, oh, it's going to be so good. And you're like, what is this?
My question is, to you, what is porridge?
I don't know how to describe it. It's just like way worse oatmeal. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just this like, it's just this bland kind of like sludginess, and yeah, you put like your honey on it and try to put like things in it to make it taste good, but it's just like, why would I eat this over oatmeal? You know?
Yeah, I
used
think
to-
it's a canvas. Porridge is a canvas.
Yeah, but there's a base to it, right? Like
Yeah.
when I was little, it was always semolina.
Yeah, so I understand it to be like finer than oatmeal, like ground.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
kind of like,
Semolina.
I don't think it has to be though. I think you can make it with rice. I think you can make it with
You can make a rice board.
flax. Yeah, I think it just refers to any like ground up grain, water.
So
mixture.
are grits a porridge?
I don't think so. I
But
think
that's
grits.
That's a ground grain.
Yes, but it has to do with the cut of the grind. You know what I mean? Like there are oats, there are steel cut oats, there are old fashioned rolled oats. You know what I mean? They're all oats. I don't know.
Yeah, those oats are oats.
Somebody saved me from myself. We had a we had a question coming through earlier asking about. Oh man, it's buried in Thanksgiving porridge.
Buried in porridge.
About Thanksgiving and whether or not it's a good trading day for crypto because markets are traditionally closed. And I honestly don't have any recollection of what crypto has historically done on Thanksgiving, whether we've gotten ups or downs. What I do remember is it always seems to be a good day for memes. And memes, like crypto, are internet native. So meme tokens, turkey token, cranberry token. I remember maybe it was Clanker last year that you could make meme tokens with a single little post on Farcaster. I feel like NFTs, there was always Thanksgiving stuff. We, when we were doing the Faceless Mini, we had a lot going on at Thanksgiving time. I feel like people were right in the thick of quests. Everyone with a family hated us because we were making them search for clues and things on the internet.
We did it on Christmas too.
What? Yeah, we really did, didn't we? What do you guys have? What is it that we've got historically?
I don't know. I just know that like things are pretty chill on Thanksgiving because people aren't paying attention to markets. Like liquidity is super low because people aren't trading. So I mean, you could technically have like bigger swings in the market, but like I don't know, people aren't doing a whole lot. I feel like on Thanksgiving.
You ready for some? Here's Claude's answer.
Ooh,
Gave it a Thanksgiving and crypto prompt, and it threw a couple interesting little tidbits in here. So first of all, let's take a quick walk through the historical data of Bitcoin's price on Thanksgiving every year. And
I can't wait.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so in 2012, $12.20.
Oh my gosh.
In 2013, 1,031. In 2014, 376.
Ooh.
And then we kind of lingered because the next year it was 357. Followed by 735 in 2016. Followed by 10 grand in 2017. Followed by 4 grand in 2018. Followed by 7.4 in 2019. 17.7 in 2020. 2021 up to 57,248. And then 22, 16,215. 2023, 37,000. And then 2024, 95,380. And this year looks like we are, still sitting at 90.
Gonna be right about back there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really interesting factoid from history. Have you seen the Bitcoin spiral clock chart? Okay,
No.
This is the Bitcoin halving spiral. Let me show you visually what this looks
Will's
like.
more into like the moon cycles and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You know it.
Loving sweet potato pie under the moon. He just sits there and gobbles it. Okay, I'm not sure I can zoom out all the way on this, but for people in podcast land, visually what we're looking at is like a chart, an XY axis where 0 on X and Y is the inception of Bitcoin. And it has these concentric circles outwards that represent $10, $100, $100,000, $10,000, $100,000, and so on. And each of these, like, it moves clockwise around this graph according to its price. And this is a measurement of price as it relates to, like, the halving cycle. So here's the start of Bitcoin. And I don't know why it moves this direction first because it says that this is 3 years, but each of these axes is supposed to represent a year into the approximate halving cycle, or 52.5 thousand blocks. So every 52.5 thousand blocks through the halving cycle, it tracks Bitcoin's price. And it's just an interesting visualization to note that while they have come close to each other every, cycle, the lines have never crossed. It's just another way to basically represent the fact that Bitcoin sets a higher low, a floor that it respects after every halving.
Hey, just remember, everybody, dollar cost averaging into altcoins, there's a strong possibility that you will not get above your average price. But if you dollar cost average into Bitcoin, you're going to get back above your average price.
Yeah, here's some more Bitcoin and Thanksgiving, which is interesting. I didn't know this. So there's a 48-day rule. 5 out of 5 major Bitcoin tops and bottoms have appeared within 48 days of Thanksgiving, with 4 out of the 5 occurring within 24 days. So
Really?
it's usually like a pivot point.
Interesting.
These are like all-time highs at the time, all-time lows at the time, or like local?
Yeah, like at the time, all times, like major pivots. In 2017, 24 days following Thanksgiving, Bitcoin rallied 150% from 8 to 20,000, putting in the peak for that bull cycle. Huh, interesting.
Okay, I've got another one for you. Historically, retail FOMO based on volume spikes right after Thanksgiving dinner. Presumably, crypto people, you do your job, and then after people go home, even though they talk crap about crypto, they check Coinbase for the first time all year, and then they decide to buy something.
Fighting the good fight.
Do your part. I have another one here for you. The biggest Thanksgiving collapse right before Thanksgiving in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
FTX, baby.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So that was a tough one. When everybody around the table was like, you still investing in your little cryptocurrency? Yeah, Mom. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Mom, I'm still
How's that
invested.
going? How's that going for you?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all coming back. Elon Musk is about to tweet.
Just
Go
the
ahead.
fact that 13 Thanksgivings ago, it was, what did I say?
Just a little twinkle in
$12. So, overall, it's going pretty good, Mom. Thanks for asking.
I love what Mike said. There could be no volume, and I will find a way to execute a losing trade.
I said, yeah same, 100%.
Yeah.
Tell your
Tell your
grandparents about
grandparents about
Fartcoin.
Fartcoin this year.
Oh my gosh.
I am curious about Fartcoin right now.
Fartcoin, and then we have a request to chart Monad, and I feel like it's too young to we need some DJs in
Nothing's
here.
too young.
Nothing's too young. Nothing's too
Wait,
young.
oh no.
Yikes.
Oh
damn it.
no. For cryptos.
Scrub the episode.
Scrub
What
it.
happened? What happened? What'd I get?
Burn it down. Wait,
What
how
happened?
has Monad been
We're
around?
just-
Why is it?
We're just yelling at Will.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No need to relive that.
Now
I
we're
missed
moving
it. I missed it completely.
You're better off. You're
on. Yeah,
better off.
you're better off.
I also really like this comment from Boosh, who said, "The only thing spiking by Christmas is my weight and cholesterol." Yes, indeed, there is enough crypto to go around. There's enough for everybody to have a slice. There is. Can you guys guess if every person on Earth had a little bit of Bitcoin and the same amount, how much it would be?
Ooh,
21
jeez.
million Bitcoin,
Yep.
like 8 billion people on the planet, and I'm relying on GPT to do the math for me.
I've truly
Be
not
about
even a semblance
$200
of
million, right?
According to GPT math, there's enough for each person to have 0.000002 Bitcoin, which I think is 20 Satoshis. I always have a hard time with 6 or 7 zeros, 6 or 7 inches, just because I don't work in Satoshis that much. But yeah, we would all have
Satoshis
just
are
a
hard
little
to
bit.
measure. To to feel it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Monad's going down.
Of course.
Unsurprising.
I mean, it's just it has labored and consolidated in this top range, and now it's finally broken down below a key exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and now it's gonna do something kind of like this, and then probably, I don't know, something like that. But
Brilliant.
it's just going to go down. It broke key support. It's going to go lower. Maybe it could catch the 3.5, but probably it's going to go lower than that given market conditions. But yeah, we just broke yesterday very key support for Monad, and it's totally going to go lower.
Okay, we've got the question. We've got the question. Polka dot or polka done, which I appreciate also.
It's been polka done for years.
I think it's been polka done for years. I read this post that I really agreed with. Do you guys know who Kevin Owocki is? Hang on, let me flip this around again so I can find it. So Kevin Owocki is the founder of Gitcoin. He's like an Ethereum OG, and he's a leader in the public goods movement. This idea that crypto as a technology can help us find ways to fund or just generally give life to things that would benefit all of us, a universal basic income or a way to distribute like rights to free, clean water or, like hippy dippy, peaceful stuff like that I'm into. And he had this tweet about public goods funding in Ethereum, but I actually think it really could apply to a lot of different ecosystems where, let me see if I can find it. He said, well-intentioned mediocrity is everywhere in crypto. He said, and I think this is true of Polkadot. So I hosted this Polkadot conference and I loved everyone who participated. It was great. But there is a lot of well-intentioned mediocrity that in like a bull market, it gets kind of hidden. Everybody's going up. Everybody thinks everything is good because the price is good. And that leads to, I think NFTs are a really good example. If you missed NFTs, everybody was selling basically a JPEG. And you could maybe like stake it and get their little native token or whatever, but it wasn't a token anybody else wanted. And maybe the JPEG was generated by AI or something. And the most of the time it was like, a bunch of skeletons with like a bunch of different traits or whatever. It didn't do anything else. And everybody was like, oh man, the art is so dope. It's so fire. There was all this like cognitive dissonance that I think was well-intentioned, but mostly mediocre. And nobody cared because the price kept going up. So obviously that's his other point is crypto Twitter is like, if it's an obvious scam, we're not into it. But in places like the Polkadot ecosystem or like Gitcoin here, there is a lot of pervasive mediocrity. And I'm not picking on them. I don't know. You guys could add examples. Cardano is probably one we were bagging on them last night. I would say that there's pervasive mediocrity. They probably have a DEX that probably doesn't do a lot of volume. They've probably funded a lot of projects that have gone to zero. But it's not something that like lay people, certainly not me for a long time, could detect. I'm trying to think of other examples. Polkadot's one, Cardano's another. ICP, I would throw in the pervasive mediocrity in terms of like businesses there. I feel like they haven't been around long enough yet to be put into that slot, but they're totally in line to be put into that slot. I would put, let's see, I'm just going down the list of coin market cap and seeing who else comes up. I wouldn't put Stellar or Hedera into that list. I wouldn't put Sui there yet. I wouldn't put Ton in there yet. BitTensor Tau. I wouldn't put in there because I never really expected much from it in the first place to then be disappointed in it. Yeah. What's interesting to me is all these examples have champions. Do you know what I mean about champions? I don't know if like people who are just like, this is the thing and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. And they're VCs, they're builders or they're buyers or whatever. And I don't know how how to show them this dashboard on DeFi Llama that Alex has, and then I don't know. People have arguments.
I put Caspa in that category because they're just gonna do nothing for forever.
Yeah.
I'd put. I don't know. It's like, do I want to put Algorand in that category? It's just like I just don't expect anything from them.
Yeah.
And I don't expect really anything from Near Protocol. I think both are really good bits of tech, and they've built some good stuff, and they're really smart people, and yada yada yada. I just don't really expect much.
I would put VeChain in that category too. Somebody asked about VeChain. I'd put it in that category.
I wouldn't actually. Because VeChain keeps building very specifically towards the thing that they want, and it actually
Okay, that's fair.
It actually has adoption
Yeah.
for what it wants from sustainability efforts. It's just that the market doesn't care.
Yeah. Yeah. You're totally
Whereas
right.
Polkadot has like no adoption of users, VeChain does. Cardano has no adoption of users, VeChain does. It's just that people don't care about the sustainability use cases right now.
Yeah. And of course, the number one driver of price in crypto, speculation.
Yeah.
You could be used all day.
Far and
See
away.
VeChain, see Chainlink.
Quant's in this category too.
Oh, Quant. Yeah. I would say
Render's in this
Render.
category now.
Yeah,
I would
totally.
put Render in this category.
I would put Crow also in this category. I think Crypto.com has enough money to put their name on an NBA basketball court and isn't irrelevant. Crypto.com isn't irrelevant, but Crow as like a layer one ecosystem is irrelevant. Nobody's building anything there. I also in the
graph
category of
is irrelevant.
no, see, I would say the graph is Hedera hash graph HBAR, right?
No, the graph is the graph. GRT.
I see. Okay. I always get that wrong. I would say Hedera is actually a good example of one where it's like VeChain. It's a very. I wouldn't put it in the same league as Chainlink. I would say it's like Chainlink, and then Hedera Hashgraph, which also gets some of that speculative hype. And then
that's the thing is
VeChain.
Hedera gets the speculative hype. The
But it
team's
has a
obviously
closed
there to
ecosystem
work.
that people use. People build there, but it's not
Yeah.
open like Ethereum.
Yeah, but the thing is people don't like adopt like users. People don't use Hedera a whole lot.
Yeah.
They use like all of these things have developers who are very smart and very talented, and they're all building, right? But Hedera doesn't have the users, so you're like, maybe I put Hedera in this camp. But the thing is, Hedera has the speculation and the hype and the price movement. So that puts it out of the category of something like a Polkadot or a Cardano.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Tactical Mike in the comments. It says
Stellar's in that same category as Hedera, where it's like it has, some pumpability in its price. So it's not put into the same category as like a Polkadot.
I actually feel like we have an opportunity to come up with a really good I feel like nobody gets quite as much of a lot of people on crypto Twitter are only hearing from like crypto folks. And I feel like we have a lot of good velocity of information and sentiment from all our friends who listen, who watch. I would love to create a visualization of this, of the the hype to utility to open and close. Does anybody use it? Like, is it dead? I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Dino Coin vector graph or something. And there's definitely a different category in terms of like Polkadot, which has, no usage, and then something like Hedera Hashgraph, which has usage but it's niche, versus something like ETH, or I don't know.
IOTA, another good one, Andy, over on YouTube.
Yeah, IOTA comes up all the time, but what do they do? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Shout out to everybody bringing us Thanksgiving comments. By the way, go ahead, Will. I want to.
What an interesting conversation is the potential topic of, do we need more layer one platform cryptos? Like, do we need more layer one cryptos? Do we really need them? The answer is no. We don't need them. Like, here's the next Solana. Here's the next Ethereum. And it's just like, we don't need it. We don't need it. We just don't.
I don't think we do either. I think mostly we're going to use Ethereum and Solana and maybe like one or two others that emerge.
We have a lot of businesses using Avalanche right now, although it doesn't help the price. Just FYI. tokenomics aren't aligned there. But a lot of people using Avalanche, a lot of obviously Ethereum, obviously Solana. We'll see if SWI can stand the test of a maybe full-on bear market that we're in. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't think it will.
I mean, it's gonna get hammered.
I do not think SWI survives like the long term. I think it's something that people keep talking about, just like all those other coins, right? Things that still are passionate about, something that you can trade. But in terms of an adoption standpoint, I bet it just kind of fades into this category of your Stellar Hedera, your Near Protocol, your SWI, your Sei, your Aptos even. I bet they all just kind of get sidelined in comparison to your Ethereum and Solana.
Yeah, you know what it's going to take is a good transition. Somebody highlighted that our friend of the show, Casey Craig, at one point said it's a VC pump and dump. And the tokenomics, if you look at it, it is very top heavy in that regard. But Solana was too.
So
Solana was. And the thing that changed was after FTX, because it had like a thriving culture, and because it was fast and cheap, and because it was kind of on the front page of the internet, I think serendipity largely, it could happen with SUI, that something like that gets the VCs out, makes it a much more evenly distributed token, and because it's fast or cheap, maybe if there's a killer, it has a lot of culture. It reminds me, there are many chains that have a lot of culture. Tezos has a lot of culture. There are a lot of people who go there to buy art. I remember Elrond, Multiverse X, had like a tremendous amount of culture that it attracted. But it's like, yeah, your blockchain's fast, your blockchain's cheap, the tech is really good, you've got some culture and some killer products, but compared to how much somebody uses a chain like Solana, many somebodies, or compared to how much liquidity Ethereum has, it's like so insignificant. And those factors matter so much.
I think SWI was just a couple years too late. You know,
I think
it was
so
just
too.
a couple years too late. It's just that now, like Solana and Ethereum. Morning, Mom. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. It was just like a little bit too late. And now Ethereum and Solana are too established and too connected with institutional players. And if you don't have the institutional players back behind you, you don't have staying power anymore. And right now, institutional people are behind Ethereum, Solana, and apparently Avalanche.
Yeah, apparently. Still, SUI will survive, Papa Aztec says, the DeFi narrative. Solana, if it has another outage, it will lose to SUI. I just don't buy it.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No, they really don't.
No one cares. That's the thing.
Yeah, and they're just expanding usage. They're expanding usage. They're expanding adoption at an accelerating rate. It's like SUI is a hobbling runner, or maybe like a good runner, you know, on the track. But Solana's
He's
further
a good
in front.
runner, but they just started the race too late.
Yeah. That's the analogy. And Solana's like a team of runners now.
Yeah.
So you know,
fueled by like it's like if the classic like USA budget and USSR budget of like the Olympic teams are now behind Ethereum and Solana, and all the other countries are just like, hey, we're here too. It's just like, nope, gold medal USA, gold medal USSR, gold medal USA, gold medal USSR.
Yeah, and what? No monad? BitTensor will dominate the market. I don't know if if any of these blockchains comes up with a killer, first of all, app use case, if they attract a lot of liquidity and TVL.
None of that matters.
Let me make this to you. Let me make this case to you. If somebody gets the Poly Market app, whatever it is, most of the use cases of crypto, the technology that make it possible beyond currency, they haven't been invented yet. And while I think it's most likely they will be invented on Solana or ETH, if there is an outlier that is invented on one of these networks, one of these chains, if it's an open, decentralized, permissionless network, it might viably, maybe a new way to validate a network, or maybe a new way to distribute security or something like that. Maybe the people who are interested in crypto, interested in staking, could be enticed over from Ethereum. Maybe if it's fast and it's cheap. I just think so much of it has to do with serendipity. I don't rule it out. I don't think it's likely. It's Ether Solana's game to lose. I think that's what it would take for it to happen, though. I think especially the validator network is a hard thing that people underestimate. I don't think most people understand or give enough credence to how important it is if you're building a decentralized network And many layer ones want to be like an open permission decentralized network, permissionless, excuse me, because that's a bigger market. It's like being the open internet versus being a closed website or a business that exists in one place for one kind of customer. And in order to secure your network, to make it usable and good, you have to have many validator nodes. Even a closed system at scale like Amazon, they've got 33,000 servers on 200 farms or whatever around the globe. So it is really tough to entice tens of thousands of people to run your software on their machines for the purpose of governing and validating a network. And also to attract money from people who are staking or contributing electricity or whatever. That is really difficult to do. What is the market cap of ETH? Like 430 billion? So, good luck attracting that kind of liquidity from many people all around the world. That's what it takes to make a good network. The same way it takes like many soldiers or many tanks to make a good army. You can't just bootstrap that if you're the next hot layer one who raised $1 billion. Like, good luck, man. It's like saying, I'm going to start a DAO and we're going to take on the pharmaceutical industry. Buy my NFT. We're going to the moon. You know what I mean? It's just not in touch with reality. I don't know. Sorry. I know you had something to say to it, Will.
No. Alex has something to say. He's been.
Are you?
Here
Yeah, Alex, you've been quiet. I've been waiting for you to.
He has been waiting for a politeful pause, and
No.
I have been rude, talking over you, Evan. As
No,
Alex
you're not.
has shown great patience and fortitude.
Our fortitudinous friend.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I really hope that we can collectively move past the shilling of the phrase good tech, because I've actually never heard anybody who has a firm understanding of what they're even talking about say that something is good because it has good tech. It doesn't matter. Like, we've achieved fast enough, cheap enough, and scalable enough for anything that any network is even remotely in the neighborhood of being asked to handle. So that doesn't matter anymore. Okay, you can miss me with the shill bumper stickers that it's cheaper and faster than whatever. They're all fine. They're all good enough. ETH is way better than people give it credit for. Average gas fee on ETH is less than $1 at this point. And yet it still has more users than everybody else put together. More TVL than everyone else put together.
Yeah.
More things being built there than everyone else put together. So it doesn't matter. Your favorite blockchain of choice is not going to matter anymore because it's a little bit faster or someone says that it's got gooder tech.
It is gooder.
It's gooder tech. I don't know. It's just, I'm so sick of hearing that one. The only thing that matters is whether or not you're capable and you have at all spent any amount of time doing slow, methodical building of a brand identity of some sort. You have to have people that absolutely hate the fact that this chain exists. You have to have people who are absolute sycophants for it. And then you have to have enough stuff and reasons for people to take a look at something and potentially stumble over something that will retain them as a user, which means optionality. The killer app doesn't matter. I don't think the killer app matters at all.
Really?
No, it doesn't matter at all. That's such a red herring. I think that you can't hitch the cart to this mythical horse that is the killer super app when you don't even have any users to begin with. You need to have options. The thing that matters more than a killer app is app optionality, even if half of them are garbage. But there needs to be like stuff for people to bounce around between and like, give this a shot. No, that sucks. Okay, let me try this. That sucks. Okay, I play this game. Okay, no. Well, I'm already here. I can stake over here. Okay, cool. No, that experience sucked. Like, it would be better if there were 100 apps that people were talking about how bad they were, instead of like one app where people were like, oh, this thing is incredible. Because how many people are really truly being onboarded there? Polymarket may be great, but as we discussed yesterday, it's a gambling platform. It does not have mass appeal. It has what feels like mass appeal here because we're talking about crypto, which is basically just a casino at this point. The place where manipulation and venture capital interests run face first into each other. And of course, it's no surprise that what we're calling the killer app is just the biggest, most democratized gambling platform that's been built in the industry thus far. But if you zoom that out to the whole rest of the world, most people don't give a shit. In fact, people, like we talked about the whole sports betting thing. I have yet to talk to like a diehard sports fan. Granted, I don't spend a lot of time in these circles, but some of my best friends are, I mean, that's like literally all they eat, sleep, and breathe is just football, 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 football. And they hate it because they feel like they can't trust refs anymore because now they think that there's like a way too big and pervasive of a financial interest in certain calls. And so they like have witnessed a decline in the sanctity of refereeing these games. So like overall, I reject gooder tech. I reject the killer app theory. And I think that you just have to be willing to do the work to become a little controversial and inspire some haters, become a little controversial and inspire some sycophants, have a bunch of people, have some way to appeal to the casual user. And almost no one makes any efforts in that regard to, you know, go out and just present themselves as an option for people to do a basic thing without making it their whole personality. And if you can't do that, then you're obsolete. And there's only like 2 or 3 things in the entire space that have achieved any kind of relevance in enough circles to where you can start to say this thing is progressing like through the mild, moderate to mass interest adoption scale. So we just have so much work to do. And the reason that like I'm not excited about new layer ones, the reason I don't really give a shit about airdrops, the reason I don't care about the goodest tech is because we haven't added any of that to the mix. We're still just doing the same playbook over and over and over and over again. Thing comes out with gooder tech, raises a bunch of money from a bunch of venture capitalists, launches a really top-heavy TGE that goes inevitably the same way with an initial spike and then a dump while everyone's wondering about why did I get stuck holding the bag? Yes, you did. And then there's another one launching in 3 weeks. So who gives a shit if this one even recovers or not? The gamblers will move on, and there's not enough users that were ever retained to make thing number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever relevant for the long span. So I don't know. I won't like flip bullish on this idea until I see more widespread desires to build some kind of identity and culture and brand that has nothing to do with how good the tech is. I'm just so tired of that.
I would say a really good data point to look at to actually back that up would be just take a look at Near Protocol, because Near Protocol has some apps that have more users and have had for a long time than like anything on Solana for like a really long time. It might have changed by now, but Near Protocol's top decentralized applications, when you used to be able to go watch it over on DApp Radar, rest in peace. The top 3 apps had a crazy amount of users, but that didn't percolate to like anywhere else on Near. That didn't expand upon. They had some applications that would be considered killer apps today if they launched, like people would be talking about them like crazy, and then just like no one cared. So you can build an app, several apps on your blockchain that get a ton of adoption across retail people who don't really know that they're using crypto, and then it doesn't matter.
I agree with this idea of like no one cares about the tech. The tech absolutely doesn't matter. But I pretty much disagree with everything else. I think
that's fine.
I think on one hand, like the fact that it's grown year after year, and when I say grown, I mean like TVL, number of wallets. I acknowledge that some of that is because there are like a pile of skeletons beneath our feet. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of dead liquidity. There's a lot of dead wallets, stuff that like doesn't go away. We don't probably have really good clear data on this, but what we do have clear data on is that people want to use just broadly crypto. There is increasing interest. There is structural adoption for crypto. More people own and use crypto than ever before. And we have really good numbers for that. And I just think it's as simple as if people didn't want it, they wouldn't use it. And to be fair, most of them are using it for like speculation or for micropayments, for things like that. I will absolutely die on this hill, though.
Don't come for me.
That most of the best use cases for crypto either haven't been invented yet or they haven't been advanced in a way that is sufficiently mature or just the right product at the right. You might have like Sui be early, the right product at the right time. Go ahead, Will.
The best use case has already been created in crypto, and it's called stable coins.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
It's called
the single best
transfer.
use case.
I think that's the single best use case we have right now. I think one day the methods of using crypto and other ways to make meaning, to communicate about resources and value, are going to make stable coins and dollars and cents by corollary look as archaic as they are. I think it is so tired that in a world where we can put a man on a woman on the moon, on Mars, where we can, like do microsurgery, that we're still like, what would be a great way to ensure everybody gets to eat tonight? Let's make them work a job and give them dollars, fake things to get dollars, to get food. I think that's absolutely archaic.
You're not disagreeing. You're not actually disagreeing. You may think that you are, but that's not a disagreement. Because Will said money transfer, we should have said value transfer. It doesn't matter whether or not we're talking about tokenizing dollars and cents as a return from your mediocre 9 to 5 and just using it to exchange for goods and services in the way that the money system has worked for however long. It's the idea that you can assign value to a thing, give tangibility to it, and be able to, with high velocity and low effort and no barriers, transfer it to somebody else when you want to. So
I agree, but I think calling stablecoins that is like calling robust Shakespearean language 100,000 years ago. You know what I mean?
We can, but it's the idea in a vehicle that is now a little bit better than it was before.
Yeah, but
I
think
we're just replacing what is money in this instance, but the bundling is the same: fast, cheap issuance of value.
Yeah, my point is, it's a new medium. It's an entirely novel new way to make meaning about about everything. It's a general purpose technology, and I just don't think it's had its watershed moments. I think stablecoins are an important moment that will help transition us, but I think one day people are going to be like, "Wow, never thought crypto could be." The same way that somebody who saw a video camera for the first time at the back of like an auditorium in 19 whatever, and somebody was like filming a play in one take. With no words, no sound. I think it would be tough for them to imagine Mission Impossible or Inception with a close-up and a dolly zoom and that kind of thing.
But the theme, the ethos there is the same, right? It's like an evolution on a concept that's understood, even if the full spectrum of what that can mean is not yet known. Like, I know that you are not a fan of the traditional money system, and to that point you have,
I think it's too young to even call it traditional. I get what you mean, though. I take umbrage to it.
It's traditional to this point.
I mean, we've been doing it since we got rid of the barter system a few thousand years ago.
In a world, sure, 'tis but the blink of an eye. But none of us are measured in any way, shape.
It's been around for a long
say
time.
That to me all the time. I would try to say that, I don't know, I wanted more dessert, and he would say it's, I don't know, something, whatever. And we would always end up with him telling me, in geological time, this is but a blink. And I just
love it.
No, I hated it.
Yes.
No. So yes, Evan, in that sense, in geological time, you're right. It's been but fleeting. However, we are all a little bit more mortal than mountains. And so, it means something. The point is that if you take a stable coin, sure, it's a baby step, because you're still tying it to a system that you wish was not the only way, right? But it's the idea that something has changed. We've made a small evolutionary step of progress towards a better way to do a thing. Like, take Venmo, for example. How many users does Venmo have?
I don't know.
At least 14.
At least 14. Probably not 8 billion. Got to give it to him. Many. And let me seed the audience by telling them, hey, while Alex is looking this up, it is Turkey Day, and we're going to cut out of here a little bit early, which means, one, leave a comment with what you are thankful for. Could be crypto-related, could be unrelated. Even if you're not a celebrator of Thanksgiving, if you want to co-opt the holiday and take it back, or you just don't observe it, play along with us. Let us know what you're thankful for, and then jump into the Rise Up community at community.rumshq.com, because we are going to do a very short after show. I'm going to get it started promptly after this episode. That's community.rumshq.com. www.rumshq.com. We would love to see you there. Totally free to join. The only thing missing is you. Alex, how many users does Venmo have?
So there's a couple different figures, but a general consensus seems to be around 90 to 97 million, compared to 63 million with Zelle, another 54 million of users of Cash App. There's definitely some crossover. Most people use more than one. But see, here's the thing. Right now, I'm waiting to compare. So yeah, the only things in crypto that have more users than an app like Venmo would be an exchange. Like Binance has more customers, Coinbase has more customers, which is kind of interesting. But there's no app that like can hold a candle, even though if you were to look at what is Venmo, owned by PayPal, by the way, it's a hyper-centralized, ultra-restricted barrier that puts more distance and people and fees and restrictions between you and your money. First of all, the money there doesn't exist. So a great question was, why does it take 5 days to move numbers around on a screen that don't correlate to anything? So if you were to take, Krak is infinitely better. Any wallet is infinitely better. Just in the sense that what I have here is the ability to instantly, no matter what day of the week it is, or what time of day it is, transfer value from one person to another. So in a world where like that piece of muscle memory is so commonplace, like I just Venmo me, just Zelle me, just pay, just Cash at me, whatever. Like, okay, there's no reason that like march it down the line there won't be a just phantom me, just Krak, just whatever. Pick the thing that just quick transfers money between people and make it infinitely better. Even if you still, with one like this, obviously you still have an element of centralization because this is owned by Kraken, which is a centralized exchange tied to the Kraken account.
Yeah, for the
Coinbase
uninitiated,
wallet,
we're
whatever.
talking about Krak Pay by Kraken, though it would, like Tori says, look really good on a Dare-style t-shirt, Krak. Check it out.
It would. That'd be killer merch.
Kraken. We can make it happen.
So, like, in that sense, it's just a better version of that. But optics prevent, like, you know, it's... I don't know, that's kind of why like the good or tech thing doesn't matter so much, right? Because like you cannot articulate to me one way that Venmo is better than Krak.
No.
And yet, how many users do they have? Because I guarantee it's like a whisper next to the 97 million Venmo users.
I just want to shout out this comment from B Rose who said just fart coin me.
Just
crack
fart me.
Just fart me.
Just fart me.
Okay. Final thoughts on this topic, or would you like to go around and do a little? What are we thankful for? Final thought before we ride our dogs and ponies into the after show sunset, fellas.
I'm good.
I don't have anything else to add to this conversation. So
I mean, I could keep complaining, but I think we all got stuff to do.
Dude, I honestly could rail on this topic for a long time and not get tired of it. Okay.
I was just
That
like,
really felt like it was going somewhere else.
I just wanted to see where it went.
No, I had a whole, something you said a minute ago made me think of one of my favorite.
Lucid yourself.
I did. One of my favorite monologues from the canon of Shakespeare. I said Shakespeare, and then you said something, and so it was fresh in my mind. There's a monologue that the character of Prospero gives at the end of The Tempest. Great. If you've never read Shakespeare and you want like a good, accessible, but also fantastic intro to Shakespeare, The Tempest is a good one. And I do believe it was his last play.
That was my first one that I ever saw.
Was it really?
Yep.
And somebody give me a little fact check on whether or not that was his last play. I feel like it
yourself,
was,
brother.
But Prospero gives this monologue. He says something like, he says to somebody in the audience, he says like, you do look as if you were moved, dismayed, but be cheerful, sir. As I foretold you, this is all a fantasy. We are all spirits. Shakespeare wrote many monologues like this where he basically says to the audience, like, if you didn't like this play, don't worry. It's just a fantasy. But this particular one, he says, you are all spirits and you have such potential as if melted into air. We are such stuff dreams are made on. Implying that, like, yes, you may be dismayed right now, but this form you take can shift, and the future that you will inherit is a better one than the world you live in now. Like Tori sometimes says, a better world is possible. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. So, this whole stablecoins and money and resource distribution thing. I'm thankful. I'll kick us off by saying that we are part of a movement that is building the infrastructure and the tools and giving life to the values that hopefully will really make a better society for all of us. Or, maybe we'll just fall into the JPEG meme coin speculation trap forever. But at least it's a really good story. What about you guys? What are you thankful for?
Well, let's see. This is our second Thanksgiving. It's weird. Time is weird because I'm just like, we've been doing this for a little while now.
Yeah.
It still feels new.
Tori observes she thinks she's been here for 4 years. With Alex and I have done something the last probably 5, right?
Yeah.
Faceless Many. We were doing Thanksgiving stuff. I'm sorry, Will. It feels like a tradition.
5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, but no, it feels like we've been doing this. It feels like we've just kind of started still.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like to me. So it's weird. So like, I don't know, this whole journey is crazy. I had a moment where I think it was like before I went to Japan, or I don't remember. Again, time is weird. But what I was going to say is, like, when I first started making videos in my 600 square foot Boston apartment that I first had in 19 is when I started making videos, or 2020 or whatever it was. And if you'd told me that you're eventually going to be sponsored by one of the largest like hardware wallet companies and also the largest staking platform on Solana, although Solana wasn't a thing then, but eventually, and then just I'd be doing this as like part of my job and stuff. It'd be like, oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I just thought that, I don't know. I didn't know what would come of it, but that'd be crazy. So like this whole thing that we're a part of is pretty cool and thankful for. I'm also thankful I still have my hair. Thank you to Hims Hair Therapy. Thank you, because I started losing it in November when I got a fungal infection from dipping my hair into the Blue Lagoon in Iceland.
Damn.
So that's great.
Wild story.
Yeah, I still have my health, so that's great. I'll have that forever, hopefully. Keep it going, knock on wood. And yeah, I'm thankful to not have sweet potato pie on the table.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on. No.
You're not emotionally prepared for how many pictures of sweet potato casserole I'm going to send you today.
I don't think
dude.
you're emotionally prepared for me blocking you.
Alex, what about you? What are you thankful for?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I am thankful that so many people wake up and like start their day or interrupt what they're doing to hang out with us.
Yeah, right.
In the world of Mike Shinoda, or the words of Mike Shinoda, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and that's pretty cool. There's like so many things that I think about that literally every single day. There are so many things that you could be doing, and we're all doing this, which is awesome. I agree with Will. I would never have been able to conceptualize exactly where this was going to be, even when we started it. Like even when we started the Rising Up podcast, which then ran for what, like 20 episodes and morphed into a really bad Twitter space that only Tori and Neil were watching, and then and then Evan and I having the epitome one day, like, hey, why isn't this on TikTok? And then moving the show there and working on that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I can still see like what the thumbnail from my very first video was, 1,500 videos ago, my old dining room, where oh man, it was awful. But now here we are. And you said working with more and more awesome brands and partners around the industry, getting to have an impact, like walking to places and being recognized for doing this is really cool. I'm so stoked to keep doing it and keep making it better for all of you who hang out and spend your time here watching this. I don't know. I'm just so fucking stoked that this is what we do.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we'll get to do it as our full-time only jobs. Personally, I think we got like a year. I think we probably have a year where we might be at that point. We'll see.
It's firmly in my crosshairs for 2026.
Yeah.
We'll get into that more as we do like the Christmas, wrap up the year, looking forward what's coming in 26 episodes and stuff like that. But I agree. That's firmly in the crosshairs. That's priority number one.
And then maybe Alex can make a couple videos.
Hey,
Hey, he made a couple videos yesterday. I saw him. I reposted. I liked. I was like, "Whoa, here he goes. There goes that man."
Too close for comfort on that one. Let me tell you what, I got to make
hey,
a
you know
video
what?
too.
Valid. I can't knock it because it's true.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Don't come for me. Real quick, round robin. What do you guys do for full-time jobs? I do a little bit of everything. When I'm not on this show, I play music for people. I occasionally act. I will do lots of stuff for money. Yes, you can hire me. No, not like that. You know, crypto coaching, whatever. We manage the community, yada yada. Alex, what do you do when you're not here?
I manage a bunch of vacation rentals
And rescue a lot of dogs.
and rescue a lot of dogs. Although that is exclusively a money pit. I don't.
Yeah.
That's a volunteer thing. I don't make anything from that.
Yeah, Will.
I am a supply chain consultant for some of the largest organizations in the world.
And his money pit is probably like costumes and Pokemon cards, and also fun trips.
Actually, yeah, it's costumes, it's Pokemon cards. I spend a lot of money on trips, and then my girlfriend, she likes to eat at nice places. What can I say? And you know what? And I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah, and crypto also. We do occasionally buy crypto. So when that better future comes, when the end of the year comes, when the next year where we're doing this all the time in bigger ways, I promise, my friends, we will tell you about it because you are the very best part of what we do.
Evan.
Yeah.
I'm not thankful for the connect and deposit and secure with Web3 scam. And
yes. I
was a
forgot that. Thank you.
comment that came in on Facebook asking about that. So as a way of a final thought,
Yes.
I'll make the PSA. I'll make it short. No, you cannot connect a wallet to Web3. Yes, if anybody asking you to connect a wallet to Web3, they are trying to scam you. Anyone who reaches out to you, DMs you, replies to you in a comment, sends you an email, tags you in a video, whatever, telling you that you need to secure your wallet to Web3 or connect your wallet to Web3, deposit your funds to Web3, it's a scam. Every single time, just block them. If you feel like doing a public good, then waste their time and send them a bunch of nonsense messages and pretend to fall in love and then have a huge falling out and yell at them until they inevitably leave you alone. But no, it's a scam. That's a scam. There's no such thing. Web3 is a marketing term. It describes all things crypto, blockchain, all that good stuff. But you cannot connect to it because it is not a real thing.
Every wallet is already on Web3 the way every website is on the internet.
Yes.
Don't let this.
We need to collectively make videos on that and kind of spread that word out more.
Yeah, I have one going today, and then I'll try to just honestly do it weekly from now on.
Honestly, I would schedule it to after Thanksgiving because people don't watch shit on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Why not both? And I would say they probably do. I would say there's probably a lot
I
of people
actually feel like
scrolling
there are
on
a lot of
Thanksgiving.
people scrolling on
No,
Thanksgiving.
I've noticed people don't watch shit on Thanksgiving. People eat, get hammered, watch football, and go to bed.
Damn.
Well, see, while I'm avoiding whatever's going to happen with the Lions today, I would probably do some scrolling.
Yeah, well, they're playing the Packers, so
I know it's my team.
It's Thanksgiving.
yeah,
Damn
it is
Evan.
Thanksgiving. It is a tradition for the Lions to lose.
Yeah, I root for the Lions when they're not playing the Packers, and I don't really watch football anyway. But you know, I would like
You
the
should
Green Bay
always root for
Packers.
the Lions.
Yeah. Oh,
They need it.
oh, Dad comes in with his phone, and it just has our faces on YouTube.
I absolutely love it when that happens.
Yeah. Happy
Hey.
Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yeah, you guys are the best. You really are. It's a terrific team, and I'm proud of all you guys.
Oh, thanks,
Mr.
Dad.
Watson, thank you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving. What a great way to do Thanksgiving with your family.
The
Yeah,
OG
right. Oh
Will
God,
Watson.
damn it!
All the comments rolling in.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh no. Chris is back with the banana. How do you have another banana? Are you keeping Chiquita in business, bro?
You
Pretty
know
much.
he's
I'm a Del Monte guy.
all right. Honestly valid though. Are we sponsored
True.
by bananas?
True, might
At
be
least
one day.
one Watson is.
A lot of bananas here.
We did have banana gun going on. Maybe we can get
We did
Chris
have a banana. We did
in
have
a
a
banana
banana
costume.
sponsorship. They were first one.
It's not too late. Bring it back.
Yeah, Alex, get the dog.
Oh my
Not too
gosh.
late. Bring it back.
For everyone in podcast land, the show has.
He's a
has-
Del Monte rep,
Just-
not the family show.
Yeah, there he is. There's a Bubbles. What's his name? Bubbles?
Oh, Bubbles.
Bunches?
Yeah,
Bunches,
yeah.
Bunches.
Bunches,
The
that
banana,
was it.
the banana gun monkey.
That was our first
Bunches.
sponsor.
Very nice.
And he's strapped.
I like the hat. It's a nice hat.
Thank you.
To Evan. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I like your face when you're eating a banana.
That's football.
Okay, if you want to hang out with us a little bit longer before you watch the parade or maybe during, jump into the Circle after show. I'm going to open the room and we'll be there for a minute. It's a great way to just hang out, ask your question if it didn't get answered voice to voice, get to know us better, get to know some of the people in our community. The link to get to the community is community.rumshq.com. And from there, just ask anyone and they'll direct you to the after show. We'll see you there. And we will be back Monday, same time, same place for more Rise Up Morning Show. Thank you for being the very best part of what we do. Happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, be well. My friends, rise up.
Happy Thanksgiving.